What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we're going to go over the expected moves, but I guess heads up. Stock market is closed tomorrow, so there's not like my normal live stream that I would do. Normally I go live before the stock market opens the following day, especially I do with my mentorship group. I go live every night before the stock market opens. Unfortunately, tomorrow is July 4th. The last thing you would want probably is my advice, my unfiltered advice, because well, it's 4th of July. I will be doing everything but work tomorrow. So sorry about that, the delay. So you will see me live on Tuesday for sure. But we'll go over the expected moves again. Short week, trading week. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. These holiday weeks have been really kind of weird this year. We used to call them retail weeks because traditionally, for the longest time, like in the bull market, there would be like an off day, like the banks just left, and that whole week, take the whole week off, and it would just kind of like just rally up because all retail knows how to do is buy, and then all of a sudden it comes Monday next week, the bank's like, that's adorable, but we actually go here. And it just brings everything right back down to reality. We definitely have not seen that this year. So I still take it with caution. I think they trade a little bit differently. So we'll go over the expected moves. I'll touch base on Bitcoin, Ethereum. Also, what I think about Tesla. We'll do that. So in this video, it'll be, so we got S&P, QQQ, so SPY, QQQ, IWM, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tesla at the end. Let's do this. As far as Bitcoin and Ethereum goes, I still think Bitcoin going to. Sorry, wanted to interrupt. Still think it's going to 10,000. That's right here. This is a monthly zone. We'll talk about that later. It's in a previous video. And it kind of looks like we bounced here. When I made that video, someone asked, it was my buddy Calvin, he said, hey, we're going to do a quick pit stop at 20K. I said, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing it right now. And it was like right here. And it looks like what we're doing. I even said in that video, we're going to bounce here. Here's your pickup. And then we're going to just roll over and head back down. So far, looks like it's going to just fine. As soon as we break that, I expect that to be the next stop. Same story with Ethereum. A little bit of a whiplash around here. Blue zones I call speed bump zones anyway. So if you ever see a blue zone on here, like that's where I expect turbulence. Like if I'm short this thing, I'm expecting to see some kind of action right around here. Also, I use that if we do see it base out to add on. I'm not short. I do buy Bitcoin and Ethereum every week. And at the 10K mark and Ethereum at the 700 mark, I dump the savings account in. So every week it's automated. I put money into Bitcoin, Ethereum, savings account. That's how I dollar cost average. I get how people love to just buy and just keep buying, but that moves your average around really slow. I like to do more of a weighted approach. So I'm still dollar cost averaging into both of these, but when we get to the certain levels that I want, savings account gets dumped in, brings that average weight. At this point, it'll be down because I do buy like that. My average is up. Well, I don't even know where my average is at on these, but it will be averaging down. I think I'm close to the 25K mark now. In Bitcoin, I went in at 16, but as it kept going up and I kept buying, it brought my averages way up. So now it's working its way back down. Let's get into the markets. Let's just do this real quick. I'll give you guys a quick little breakdown as far as what I think's going on. We're holding right here. We're kind of bullish above, bearish below. Not the best look as far as IWM goes. You know, if anything, that looks more like a bear flag than anything else. I do have short positions open. I did actually, which we'll get into, I did short Tesla, which we'll get into, and why and what I did. But I guess the futures are open right now. They'll be negligible. There'll be no movement at all. It'll be absolutely nothing. So a little bit of a gap down, and we'll see. Breaking that, I just don't see any good news as far as that. Where's our next pit stop for IWM? Let's check it out. Sorry, let me just grab this real quick right here. We definitely played the back and forth game. One cool thing IWM likes to do, the Russell, plays this sideways game, even right here, then makes its next move. So let's see how we interact with these two levels right here. In the meantime, we can probably just get rid of these. Don't need any of that nonsense. Trying to clear these up as we go. Alright, as far as tech goes, We'll see. I hate that played out. I don't care for the wedge. Someone's drawn it. Like someone's looking at it. So we'll leave it there in the meantime. Right now, if you're new to me, magic yellow boxes is what people call them. We did run up, hit that. We did bounce. We talked about it before. If you are subscribed, you had the bell turned on, you got notified, you watched the video, you saw that coming. How much did you make on your short positions? How many of you guys went short tech, SQQQ, QQQ puts? Did you short specific tech stock? How much did you make when we hit that zone and rejected? We did not bounce at all right there. Oh, so wait a minute. Where are we at? Tech's a little bit more red. So tech already not doing well. As that blue zone breaks, I don't think we see this. I do think we hit that bottom yellow zone. And so you guys can see this channel that I'm working with right here. This is how tech normally moves. This is not how the stock market moves. Some of you guys, your experience started in 2020 or 2021. You guys probably thought this was a breeze. I don't know why everyone's not in this. I'm making money. You saw gurus come out of the woodwork. Everyone was profitable, making videos on YouTube about follow me to the promised land. I do call outs. I do everything. Really, and if looking back, you guys can probably realize it. Most of those people, had they not done call outs, all they did was buy and never sell. They would have just been up. That's all you had to do. A lot of people trade themselves, work themselves to death over this market because they're trying to play ninja trader and they didn't almost need to. I mean, really in this market, all you had to do was show up and you made money. I had people talk about, oh, I made 100 grand in the stock market. Like, that's adorable. Like, all you had to do was quite literally show up. Not to knock anybody that didn't make that or made more or anything. It's just that this was fantasy land. This was not going to last. As much as I didn't care for the everything bubble and all the bearish nonsense, you know, we weren't going to sustain at that rate. So that's why I have this channel drawn right here. If you do have my charts, do not worry about the top of this. This is not a trading situation. This is not like, let's play the top of this line. It's just more of a, we're kind of back in the range. This is how the Rona played out. We sent it up first, and then it crashed. Most of you guys think the Rona situation started right here. It didn't. Things got out of hand right here. It was just like a good old-fashioned volleyball spike. There was the setup, sent it right back down. Team went for a victory lap. Right now, the party's over. Alcohol's kicking off. We're in the hangover phase. So we got to get back down to here. And that's just where I'm interested in see. We get all the way back down into here. We completely erase these chapters like they never happened. Like closed book. We had a fun time. Boom. We're right back into a normal, boring setting. Trading is very boring. Once you are consistent at it, probably one of the most boring things you'll do. There's really only two candles. There's red and green ones. It's going to go up or down, and like that's it. There's just no other story. Did it go up? Did it go down? Some people go, what about a doji? Sideways. Just wait. It's going to go up or down. That's it. It's very consistent, very annoying. Some of you guys probably are over. Not to make it sound like it's super easy, but I would imagine a lot of you guys are overthinking it. Let's get on with the S&P real quick. So a little bit of a red open. Again, there's probably about 4 people trading this right now, so I really don't care. Now, what you'll notice here is, yes, this did reject out of magic yellow box, but also a magic purple indicator that I only have inside my mentorship group. A few lucky ones might have seen it on a YouTube stream, but that's the magic later. Oh, I do have to start saying this. I have the whole lifetime available for my mentorship. That's closing, by the way. I will eventually, there is a cap, but I'm doing it in phases. Hang on. I can't do the math. There's about 26 spots left. That's not a cheap sales tactic. It's just, I'll do the math later. We're around there. So let's, anyway, just to give that heads up, once that caps, like there's still the month and everything, but the whole lifetime thing does get capped. Actually, I'll make a coupon code. For however many the amount is left, I'm going to make a coupon code for this. So I'm going to do July 4. July 4. 15% off. It'll be the teachable link down below. Top one, the trading suite. That has everything. The courses, the chat, the live streams every day. Yeah, use that. That coupon code doesn't work. It's probably because it's capped. I'll let you know when it opens up again. All right, as far as the S&P goes, a little bit of a hiccup here. The downside to this is at this yellow box, that's where we were looking for buyers. We found the buyers. There they are. They showed up. As it sits right now, there is no follow through. So we bounced, barely even hit that, and we're already selling off. Like, if you're bullish at all, you got to look at just this and think, okay, after a push up like that, we're pulling back. That's okay. If we're testing this zone again, yes, there could still be some buyers there, but I would be very careful. If that breaks, I just don't see a situation where that breaks. We finagle around right here, then kind of get back up, and it's a bullish week where everyone's super excited. Maybe, it's not off the table. I think if we break below that, I think my short positions will be just fine. Some people are calling for a bullish week. If you are thinking that, then you definitely want this to hold. You want this to be, here's our low, here's our high, here's our higher low. We're looking for the higher high, which I think we have a tough time getting into that. Now, I did go short because I was watching this, but if you look at this alert, that's where I wanted to go short. We missed it by pennies each time. I was watching it live, so I still took positions, but I leave these alerts on there in case I'm not. I do all my research, everything I do is at night, so that tomorrow, like when the alerts go off, my watch vibrates, I just click the buy button. It takes all the work right out of it. I can do whatever I want throughout the day. But I would have a hard time thinking we get above that regardless. That being said, let's take a look at the expected moves, I guess. And here's we'll zoom out real quick. Here's the channel on that. So there's the boring channel. We're close to it, but we can get well all the way down to the bottom of this. We can even pull one of these. We can just rubber band effect. We can send this thing a little bit too far, kind of snap it back, but then we kind of just get boring for there. These purple zones are weekly zones. These are 4-hour daily zones, yellow. Take it one zone at a time. Have not seen full-on capitulation yet. I won't need to make a video the day that happens. So, and right now, I'd say the settings are still there. It doesn't have to happen, but like I'm talking about with my mentorship group and a couple other YouTube videos, imagine this is the perfect storm. If you're in the Midwest, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got tornado sirens going off. There's some clouds overhead that are you got funneling in the clouds, is what they call it. They're spinning. There's not a tornado yet, but the warnings are out. The sirens are going off. You should be in your basement with your radio, your food, your water. I'm weird. I like to have a couple tools in case the house comes down. I'm not waiting for someone to dig me out. But I like to be prepared. That's how you should react in this market right now is you want to be ready. If the tornado never blows your house down and your account is still standing without having to call your insurance agent, it's fine. You still paid your insurance every month, which is a couple of put positions I have in my account. So if that goes out worthless, your house is still there. Everything's still fine. I've talked a lot about some bearish stuff, and I gotta say, as much as I've made fun of Michael Burry quite a bit, almost out of context, like cherry picking one thing. He's still a pretty smart guy. There's a lot of stuff he's saying now. I'm like, man, I just agree with you on a lot of things right now, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but there's a reason I'm saying this on YouTube right now. I would be very careful. Could we make it out without full-on capitulation, melt mode? Maybe, but I don't know what that grind down would look like. The capitulation selling is one of the most exciting times because, one, you rip the Band-Aid off. Gosh, this crap down is annoying. Like, you gotta short it every day. You're playing the moves. It's like a boxer. You're just going in and out, juking. You're moving. You got the footwork. You're throwing the jabs. You're trying to get those haymakers in there. But then there's just the TKO, that one final hit, and then it's done. Like, so I kind of can't wait for that move to happen. So then we can just buy the actual bottom. One, make $1 billion on the way down, because if you're in short positions, that's one of the most fun rides you'll ever have. If you are an investor just kind of waiting, well, you're probably ready to see that. I wouldn't even call it pain. If it's part of your plan, it doesn't hurt. The only thing that hurts is like, you didn't have a full-on plan. You're like, oh, this is fine. I'll buy it and I'll sell it when it's green. It's not a plan. That's a plan for failure, if we're being honest. There's a lot of stats that show you suck at this. And I don't say that to be mean, but as far as trading goes, there's that stat 95% fail. And then there's just that stat that there's been over 100,000 tickers on the market. Every one of them heard stocks only go up. And they're not here anymore. There's a little over 7,000 right now. So the 93,000 failed. It took you longer to find out because you day traders typically find out they suck a little bit sooner. That's it. So I don't know. Have a plan. That's all. If as the investment account, I joke about that. It sucks seeing how red it is, but that's also I'm gonna buy it now and check in 10 years kind of play. So I don't really care. But when I do see capitulation, it's time to bring the big bucks in. Like, yeah, well, right now I'm not buying anything in my investment account. Typically, week to week, I take profits. I got to pay my bills. I got to pay Uncle Sam because he's annoying. And then I got to, buy the investment stuff, build that up. I quit doing that. So instead of just saying I'm in all cash, I just started putting more money in cash because as a trader, I love the movement. And hopefully some of you guys can take a page out of this book, borrow some of my experience, and maybe tweak your positions a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, that's how I'm looking at it. Let's get into the expected moves, then we'll talk about Tesla. So let me get Thinkorswim up. So Tesla did do their delivery numbers. Let's remember this. We're expecting about a $59 move out of Tesla. Real quick, let's just fly through these one more time. All right, SPY. 950. Okay, a little bit smaller than what we normally do. QQQ 914. IWM 510. Okay, let's mark these up real quick. The trading bot is still off. All right, 510. We're on the daily. Where are we? There we go. Oops, there we go. Personally, I would not mind just limit down, blood red, full send, everything is on fire. I don't care if it's this week, next week. I just want it to happen because I'm just... You guys annoyed with this thing yet? Let's just send it. Drop the recession word. Depression. I don't care what we got to say. Make it happen. The sad part... See, I'm glad the trading bot's off. As far as trading goes, I love the candle movement. And headlines just move stuff. There's algos that scan keywords and all that. I don't really care. That stuff's awesome. As far as the outside effects, layoffs, food lines, like all that stuff. I hope you guys did pay attention to some of my investing videos. Because if you did, buckle up. Well, a crash is a crash. Seatbelts and airbags, they make it a little bit better, but man, they still suck. But I do just get nervous how many people don't get the message, don't see it, or don't even listen because they have their own bias. As much as I probably have a dry sense of humor or talk down to you guys, I do actually feel horrible when I see people doing that. Alright, 950. Nothing about this week looks good. I hope we do jump up and test that EMA though, because that would be hilarious. Expected move. My magic sauce indicator. If you want me to ask the oracles, now my mentorship knows who they are. They are my daughters. If you want me to ask them, do I think the stock market's going to be green or red, let me know in the comments down below, and we will get them. I'll do a quick video on the July 4th. They're just not wrong. It's really weird when one says red, the other one says green. Just know that that day is going to be fun. So far, that's panned out. All right. Last but not least, Tesla was expecting, it was a $59 move, $59.35 to be exact. Save that. Alright, so expected move was $59.35. You can see we got outside. They did rein it back in for the week. Tesla delivery numbers came out. And I'm actually curious how the market's going to react to this. I haven't found a single YouTuber, all the YouTubers are using this as a time to pump. Like, you know, like solving the money problem is going to do that. Like, no matter what. He's going to be like, oh my gosh. Like, Tesla could come out and say they did 90,000 cars. And he would come out and be like, oh, the way they were shut down, that is crazy. That's so awesome. I don't know. I'm buying every spare red cent. You know, like, you expect that out of him. But even all the other YouTubers are like, just a little bit. There's no bearish talk, which is concerning to me. So I had to grab puts on this. I'm in the 680 puts. I had to grab a couple because Tesla is my biggest position, and I did hedge my investment account. I'm not jacking around. I did grab them for the end of July. So we'll see how they pan out. You know, if they go to zero, that's fine. It's like I talked about with the insurance policy. I wanted to be short this. I know we got earnings coming out. I think it's up here. I thought it was coming out sooner. That sucks. I might have to change the expiration date on those. Well, I don't know, let's just get into it. So they missed so Shanghai was shut down for a while. Now, since everybody knew that was no surprise, they actually guided it down. Like, here, our expectations were here, but since you were shut down, our expectations are here. We actually still missed that by just a couple, few negligible amounts. You guys have probably already know the numbers. And sometimes Tesla can be kind of stupid. Remember that one time, Tesla had never done 100,000 cars. Never. Not even close. But they came out and said they did 98,000, I think, 99. It was something dumb, like stupid. Now, that 98,000 they did was record. Tesla's never done that many. Record setting for Tesla, 98,000. We expected 100,000. Like, yeah, you beat the world. Like, it's like telling an Olympic athlete, like, listen, you beat the world record. You smoked everyone. No one's done what you've done. But we can't give you the medal because we thought you were going to do it by this much more. And we don't care about you anymore. Like, that is just a shame. Like, you know, like, it like, took Tesla behind the woodshed and just smoked it. Like, what? It was record setting, missed by a couple that missed some, like, the analysts made, like, we think you're going to do 100,000. Yeah, everyone did, and we would have popped champagne bottles if they did. We were all looking for a psychological number. Like, come on. So anyway, that reaction's still in the back of my head. Now, the cool thing about this is they had June, like, they're not going to be reflected in this, but was a record month. So I did, not to say I called this out, but we talked about this a while back, like, this one's going to suck, but I bet they hit the ground running on that comeback, and I think we might just get nuts next delivery. And it kind of looks like we're setting up for that. So, to be honest, it's, like I said, I haven't found anybody saying this is bearish for Tesla. Who's the Gordon Johnson? I can't wait to hear his response. I'm actually looking forward to that. Is he still around? Does he still have a job? I would like his reply on this. But I haven't found anybody bearish on Tesla with that news. Everyone keeps focusing on how they had record months, and I think that's because they want to complain later when the Tesla stock is down. It had record month. My decision was right, but everyone else is dumb. And I word it that way in segue because as a trader, this is everyone's opinion. It's a little bit spicy with Tesla. But if everyone agreed with you on your so bullishness, we would see nothing but green candles. The fact that we don't tells me everyone doesn't have your opinion. Because more buyers, this thing goes up. More sellers, this thing goes down. So, you know, we were so close. I'm actually very, I don't want to say bittersweet, but listening to those deliveries was like, man, so we were off by this much. But record month, I don't know. I'm very interested to see. I don't care. Like I said, my puts I'm keeping. I have to have those for the next few days. I'm thinking if we do see capitulation, it's not far from here. Hoping at least. So I am preparing for that. So I wanted to have Tesla puts in time for this and earnings. So I want to see. I don't think this earnings is going to be good. But it's sorry, 4th of July. That is not somebody upstairs beating their head into the floor. If you can hear all that beating. We've had earnings like this before where everybody expects them to be bad, and it's just kind of like, and then they come out and they're just as bad as everyone thought. And sometimes there's even a green reaction. But they've also come out like, we expected it to be bad, but like this bad, and you came out here. Then we see just high dive moves. Like, we're off the high dive, we're scoring a perfect 10 because we're coming in hot. Very aerodynamic. I wish I could even have a trading opinion as far as this goes. Technically, that's a miss. I think if this were to come out on like a Wednesday or a Thursday, the next day would probably be red. But we've had time to digest this and think, yeah, it was a miss. Everybody knew it was a miss. Like, is this going to be like a dud event? So it will be interesting to see. Man, I would love to give you guys an opinion on this. If we go outside this, I'm shorting it. Yeah, and if we get below this, I don't know. So when I say if we get below, typically like I'm short here, I'm long here. What I'll do here is if for some reason we melt off into this next week, capitulation aside. Capitulation, I see capitulation, just fluid, red candles, word coming down. I'm kicking my feet up on my desk. I'm enjoying it. Probably going to buy a couple extra puts and, let it rip, tater chip. That aside, let's say we're just kind of grinding down. It's a typical red day like we've seen. And once we get outside here, I'll probably manage those put positions. Probably try to buy one or two of them back, and then as they pop up, get back in. Kind of skip a red candle on those. Yeah, as it sits, is that like a giant bear flag for Tesla? It's gonna. Remember how excited I was to buy it at $7.75 in the investment account? Where do I think the ultimate low is? Full-on capitulation, 400. That's the lowest I see Tesla going. That sounds low to even say. At that point, I would probably have to write a letter. Once you own so much of a particular ticker, and you own that much of that business, you do have to formally let everyone know. Tesla at 400, I would probably be at that mark. So I'm sure you guys will see it in the SEC filings. Please don't go that low. All right, I gotta get rolling. Be safe, guys. If you're from a state that lets you enjoy this freedom, sorry for everyone in California. You guys have never had the experience of going to a fireworks tent, buying some explosives, lighting them off, and seeing a whole bunch of different colors. You had to lose your money a weird way, like put it in the stock market. Follow some YouTube hype. All right, I'll end it here. Be safe. I'll see you guys on Tuesday.